Hello dear students, today we are going to start a new and interesting chapter from science, and the chapter name is light. Light means Roshni. What is given here in this chapter? See, we cannot see anything in the dark room because we need light to see things. What is given here? If your room is dark right now, whatever thing written on the book or in your copy, can you read that one or can you write anything in your copy? No. What is that? You to write or to read, you need light. Right now, what is given here? Light is a form of energy that makes it possible for us to see the world around. Whatever is beside you or in front of you or behind you, how you can find out, how you can see, you can see with the help of light. Right now, so what is given here, it is also form of energy. And what happens, what is given here, it makes possible for us to see the world around us. Now the sun is a major source of light on earth. Maybe now you are in the room, now it is daytime. If it is daytime, you can read this book through the help of sunlight, right now. And if it is night, think that it is now think that it is night. If it is night, okay, so at that, if it is night, how you can read this book? You can read the book with the help of that light. You can help you can read this book with the help of artificial light. Right now, the what artificial light means, I am talking about that a bulb or LED. Right now, now what tube lights. Right now what is given here, sunlight makes the day bright. During daytime, what happens, we see there is too much light around us. And how we are getting that light? From where we are getting the light? We are getting the light from the sun. As the day turns into night, we use other source of light to see the object around us. Now when the sun sets, at that moment what we see, there is darkness around us. Now also, that all time also we want to see. Okay, during daytime also we are seeing the things which is beside us with the help of sunlight. But when the sun sets, how we will see those things which is behind us or beside us? At that moment we use another source of light. Okay, now in next point we are going to clear that one. What is here given? Sources of light, from where we are getting the light through which we can see the things around us. Objects that give out light are called sources of light. Right? Sources of light are of two types. One is natural sources of light and another one is artificial sources of light. Now, just now I am talking about sun. Right now, what is sun? Sun is a natural source of light. Now, what is given here? See, one, two, three, four beautiful pictures are given here. One is sun, another one is stars, third one is moon, and fourth one is firefly. Now, objects that exist in nature and emit lights of their own are called natural sources of lights. What is given here? That things which is present in nature, which is not made by man. Okay, and they are emitting light, they are giving light. So that light we call natural source of light. The sun is the main natural sources of light on the earth. What is sun? Sun is a star, right now, and earth is our planet. The sun is the main natural source of light on earth. Our planet getting light from the sun, and the sun is what? Natural sources. Okay, stars and moons are also natural sources of light. What is given here? From stars also we are getting lights, from moon also we are getting lights. Star provide us very little light because they are very far away from us. Sun, you know, sun is also a star, and many other stars are also you can see in the sky. Those stars are very far away, but our sun is nearest star of our planet right now. And you can see those things, you can see the things which is beside us, or you can see those things with the help of what? Sunlight. Okay, the moon has no light of its own. What is given here? Moon has no lights of its own. Moon, it reflects the light of the sun that falls on it. It has no light, but what we can see at night, what is we can see that moon is emitting lights. Then if it has no lights, how it is emitting light? It is given here that it reflects the light of the sun that falls on it. When the sunlight is falling on it, what happens? It absorbs that light only, it is reflecting. Okay, Some living organisms such as fireflies, glowworms and jellyfish have the ability to produce lights. You have seen my firefly. At night you will see firefly. But during daytime you cannot see firefly. Firefly is present but you cannot see that one because due to the light of the sun, no, you cannot see the light of the firefly, right? No. But at night what happens, you can see these insects and small light is emitted by this firefly. Okay, now what is happened, what is given here, these all have these insects, these fireflies and jellyfishes and glowworms, all these have the ability, have the capacity to produce lights. These all are called natural sources of light. Now next point which we are going to discuss about is artificial sources of natural sources of light. I think you have understood, that is gifted by God, it is made by nature. Yeah, in that no hand of human beings is there. Now artificial sources of light, what is the artificial sources of light? Now next point which we are going to discuss is about artificial sources of light. Man-made objects that emit lights are called artificial sources of light. What is given here, dear students? The man-made, made by man. What is that? Man-made, those things which emit lights are called artificial sources of light. Electric lights, candles and torches are some example of artificial sources of light. This one we use to see things around us, but when? At night. Because during daytime, what is there? There is sun, and with the help of that sunlight we can see all those things which is beside or behind or in front of us. But at night what we do, we take help of these objects, right? Now these things, okay, these things, right? Now, so what is this? Or these all are made by man. Bulbs, candles, torches, these are all are called artificial sources of light. Now you understood that what is the difference between natural sources of light and artificial sources of light. Again I am adding one line to clear this point. Okay, if anybody will ask you what is the difference between natural sources of light and artificial sources of light, just say natural sources of light are those lights which we are getting from the nature. Example, sun, moon, stars, right? Now, and artificial sources of light, those lights, those things from which we are getting lights, and those things are made by man. Again, I am artificial sources of light are man-made objects which emits light, right? Now, for examples, electric bulbs, candles and torches. Finished. Next points which we are going to discuss here is about luminous and non-luminous objects. Now what is luminous objects? The objects around us are of two types. One is luminous objects and non-luminous objects. Now what is luminous objects? Objects that emit light. What is given here? We see many objects, okay, around us, and we are dividing that objects into two types. What is luminous objects? Another one is non-luminous objects. Luminous objects. What is luminous objects? Objects that emit light of their own are called luminous objects. Okay, what it is given here, they can emit light of their own. Sun, electric lights, candles and lamps are some example of luminous objects. Clear? Now non-luminous objects, what is given here? Objects that do not emit light of their own. They do not give out light of their own. They are called non-luminous objects. Non-luminous objects can be seen only when light coming from luminous objects fall on them. When the light from any luminous sources are falling on these sources, then we can see those things. Right now, example, book. What do you think? That book is emitting light? No, this is non-luminous objects, because this book is, you can read with the help of some maybe sun or maybe from the tube light, the light which you are getting. Then what we are saying, this book is non-luminous object. Why? Because it is not emitting lights of its own. Non-luminous objects can be seen only when light coming from a luminous objects fall on them. Earth, moon, pencil and books are some example of non-luminous objects. What is given here? That when from luminous sources light fall on these objects, we can see those things because they have no light of their own. They do not emit lights. These objects are called non-luminous objects. Clear, dear students, that objects is divided into two types. One is luminous, another one is non-luminous. Luminous objects that emit light of their own, and non-luminous objects those which do not emit light of their own. One is which emit their light of their own, luminous objects. Example is sun, electric lights, candles, okay, bulbs. All these are luminous objects because they are emitting their own light, right? Now, and non-luminous objects are those objects which do not emit their light. What they used to, we can see those things by those lights which are coming from luminous objects.